Shout out to my buddy Kai for allowing me to do this video tonight for you guys as the Blue Jays come back home to take on the Seattle Mariners for a good 3-game set. And they started off on a fantastic note. A 6-2 win at Rogers Center tonight. Yusei Kikuchi had the ball against his former squad and was lights out. Early on, the location was a little bit, a little bit of a problem. Walked a couple guys early, but when he settled in and started using that fastball, changeup, even the splitter a little bit, Kikuchi was dominant. Absolutely phenomenal. And the Jays win it 6-2 over the Mariners and are now 19-17 on the season. But it's not just about Kikuchi's great start, right? It's about the offense as well. We've talked about it so much, how the offense has been bad. It's been so inconsistent. You're not getting the clutch hits. We've talked about it so much. And in the bottom half of the first inning, Bo Bichette comes up and gets an absolute hanging breaking ball. You cannot hang this thing any worse than Flexen did. But he hung it to Bo and he crushed it to left field. The question was it going to have enough wings to get out? And that's been the question all year long. How many balls the Jays have hit to the warning track, or really any other team in the big leagues have hit to the warning track this season? It's been incredible. But it leaves the ballpark. And the Jays are now up 1-0 in the bottom half of the first inning. Great stuff. Yusei Kikuchi goes out there in the top half of the second inning and puts up a 0. Very important, because in the bottom half of the second inning, Matt Chapman comes up and he gets a 92-mile-an-hour fastball in the outer half of the plate. And he crushes it to dead center field. And you can see right off the bat, you watch Chris Flexen's reaction. He didn't like that. And it's deep, and it's gone. And the Jays are up 2-0 in the bottom half of the second inning. A couple solo bombs for the Jays, and we're feeling good early. Kikuchi's gone through a couple good innings, get a couple runs, a couple solo bombs early in the game. You love to see it, but it's a long game. You got to take it one inning at a time. And I got my notes in front of me here. In the bottom half of the sixth inning, right, with, I believe it was 1 out, and Raimel Tapia at the dish. He gets a ball from Murphy, and this man's name is literally pronounced and spelt Murphy. It's incredible. I thought when I saw his name, I'm like, damn, it's not M-U-R-P-H-Y. It's M-U-R, was it F-E-E or something crazy? I love it. Either way, he goes in 80 mile an hour. It looks like some sort of slider, but he was going for the back door. It missed back door, and it hovered over the middle of the plate, and Tapia punches it into the left center field gap, and it drops in for a base hit. In comes, who scored on that play? Vinny Capra scores, and the Jays are up 3-0 in the bottom of the sixth. So not only do you get a couple solo bombs, you get a clutch RBI single from Tap, and the boys are feeling it right now. Meanwhile, Kikuchi's just buzzing, right? Through 6 innings, he's been phenomenal, and he was just outstanding. Bullpen did struggle a bit. When you're up like that, you're not going to see the high leverage guys. Go out there, top of the 7th inning, Trevor Richards, 94-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone. Eugenio Suarez crushes it. I mean, he plasters this ball to left field, and it's gone. I believe it was his 200th career home run, so congrats for him for that. But it cuts the Jays' lead down to 3-1. However, the Jays after that, they didn't cave in. And that's what we've been so used to, right? They get the 3-0 lead, and they just kind of coast the rest of the way and just hope the bullpen and the pitching staff can hold it together. But no. Let's go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Right after they score the 1 to make it 3-1. Jays got a couple runners on. I can't remember if the Tapia one was a base. It was the 1 out. I know the Alejandro Kirk one was with 1 out. But there's a guy at second and third, 1 out. Bo and Vladdy at second and third with less than 2 out with Alejandro Kirk at the dish. You got to find a way to just at least drive one of them in. And what does Kirk do? He takes the fastball, look like, and he drills into the right center field gap. In comes Bo. In comes Vladdy. And the Jays lead at 5-1 on a 2-run single from Alejandro Kirk. Oh my God, you got 2 clutch RBI singles, couple solo bombs. Your pitching staff was great. Oh, this is the type of game that we know this team can play. It's just, can they do it consistently? And we haven't quite seen it yet. However, 2 of the last 3 games, we have seen it. So maybe this is a sign of things to come. I don't know. But the offense wasn't done yet. Bottom half of the 8th inning. With Raimel Tapia on base, Bo comes up with 2 out, and he inside outs a pitch, and it drops into center field, kind of bloops into center field for a base hit. In comes Raimel Tapia, and the Jays extend their lead. And it's now a 6-1 ball game at the time. 3 RBI singles, a couple solo bombs. You're mixing it up a little bit. You love to see it, Jays fans. You absolutely love to see it. And the Jays have put up a 6-piece, and they haven't given up 7. They've only allowed 1 to this point. Now, albeit in that 9th inning, they bring in Ross Stripling to kind of clean up the mess. He ends up giving a run. It's an Adam Frazier single, and in comes Suarez to make it 6-2. They end up bringing Adam Simber to close the game out. He picks up the save, and the game is over. The Jays win it 6-2. They're 19-17 on the year, and this was a very complete game. You saw some really nice defensive plays. Bo Bichette played some phenomenal defense. Can we talk about that? That late game play with Jimmy Garcia on the mound, bases loaded, 2 out, and he gets the chopper up the middle. Bo Bichette picks it up, and he knows who's running. And that's so crucial. That tells you his head is in the game. We talked about it a few games ago when I put in the Rage video, that their head wasn't in it. And that's a big problem. Well, Bo's head was clearly in the game in this play because he knew who was running. He ends up picking the ball up in the bare hand, seeing that he's pretty far away from first base. So he readjusts the ball in his hand because it was clearly in his palm. So he readjusts it so it's in his fingertips like you would normally throw a ball. And then he fires a seed to Vladdy to end that inning. Can you imagine if he wasn't paying attention and didn't know who was running and threw with his palm, threw it wide? The game could look totally different. But Bo Bichette with a great defensive play there. Another defensive play late in the game where he's a shortstop, so it was to his right into the hole between short and third, and makes an off-balance throw, but again, knows who's running, bounces it over to Vladdy, a one-hopper, nice play by Vladdy, and the inning is over. Some really nice defense from the Toronto Blue Jays late in this game to close this one out. So really, really nice job for the guys. Let's go through the stats here real quick. Key player offensively, Bo Bichette. He had a great night tonight on both sides of the ball. He was 3 for 5 in the game, had a couple RBIs, and obviously the home run that he hit, obviously the RBI single in the 8th inning, and then the solo bomb in the 1st. So a great night in the office for Bo. 10 hits in the game for the Jays. Hey, double-digit hits! You love to see it, Jays fans. We didn't talk about that in so long. It's been like 5 hits, 7 hits, maybe 8 hits. 10 and a 6-piece on the scoreboard. You love it. Oh, it's just beautiful to watch. That's what this team, that's what we know this team is capable of doing. So we're going out there and doing it. They did strike out 10 times, however. You know what? When you're hitting the ball as well as they were and getting the clutch hits, I don't care how many strikeouts you get. Honestly, at that point, it doesn't really bother me. Pitching staff, Kikuchi. I mean, we've talked about all year long with him. You pound the strike zone, your stuff will play. He's got nasty. When you can throw 97 with your fastball and your changeup / splitter or whatever nasty pitch that is like 88, 87, that's a big mile-an-hour gap. And the movement on it is crazy. Then plus you have his like slider cutter thing. It's filthy. You know, and early in the game, like I mentioned, he was walking a few guys early, ends up going the game 6 innings. The man allowed 1 hit. 1 over 6. Did not allow a run. Walked 3, though. Again, the early goings really got him there. But did strike out 6 guys against his former team. And Jays fans, he's played the Yankees twice, the Astros twice, the Red Sox once. Like, he's played some really good teams, and his numbers aren't bad. So it's pretty incredible what he's doing so far this year. And then you put up numbers like this today. It's a great job. Great job from Yusei Kikuchi today. Trevor Richards obviously struggled today. Obviously, in his 3rd of an inning, allowed the 1 hit. It was a solo bomb to Eugenio Suarez. And did walk a couple of guys as well. So didn't really pitch very well in his outing today. Jimmy Garcia, though, cleaning up the mess. Allowed a hit. Bases loaded. 1 out. And he found a way to get out of that. I believe it was a shallow fly ball to Teo and right. And then obviously the ground out I was talking about earlier where Bo readjusted the ball in his hands to end that inning. So a great job from Jimmy. Some great defense. It was a 3-1 game at that time, right? So can you imagine a base hit? If Bo does not make that play at first, we could be talking about like a 3-2 game at that point, or even a tie game, or God forbid the ball goes so wide that they score 3 and take the lead. But Bo makes the play. And it stays 3-1. then it allows the Jays offense to build on it the way they did. So a great job from Bo defensively. Garcia went 2/3 inning, allowed 1 hit, and that was it. No runs, no hit, no strikeouts, no walks. Ryan Brockie was great in his inning of work. Went 1 inning, no hits, no walks, no runs. 1 strikeout in his inning of work. So a good job from Brockie. And Ross Stripling, as we mentioned, did royally struggle today. Albeit, I get it. As a starter, when you get flipped like that to the bullpen, it's definitely an adjustment period for him. He went 1/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run. Did get a couple strikeouts. Was it 1 or 2? I can't read my own writing. And did walk a batter. So he did struggle a little bit in his outing today. But again, Adam Simber came out there in a 6-2 game with a couple runners on and shut the door. Went 2/3 of an inning, got a strikeout, end the ball game. Second save on the season for Adam Simber. So a good job from him coming out there and cleaning up the mess. And the boys win it. Now, game 2 of the 3-game set goes tomorrow as Gilbert gets him out for the Logan Gilbert? Not Tom Gilbert. That's a former NHLer. Logan? Sounds right. I'm probably wrong. But you know what? Jose Berrios gets the ball for the Jays in a day removed from his jersey giveaway day. And with him being as inconsistent as he's been all season long, you really want to see Berrios have one of those quality starts where he gives you 6-7 innings of 1-run ball, where he only does a couple of hits and gives you like 8 or 9 strikeouts. You want to see those type of Berrios starts. Now, Seattle's offense, other than a couple of guys, I think Ty France and J.P. Crawford, other than those couple of guys, their offense hasn't been great, right? So this might be the time for Berrios to settle in, have a good start, get that confidence back, and make the numbers look real nice, all right? So he gets the ball tomorrow, 7:07 first pitch in game 2 of the 3-game set against the Mariners. And hey, if you win tomorrow, you win the series at the very least. And we've not been able to say that in quite a while, since before I left for California. That's how far back we're talking. All right, so Jays fans, you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game tonight, because you saw a win, you saw some bombs, you saw clutch hits, good pitching, good defense. It's beautiful. Smack the like button if you enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to all that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Nation, tomorrow night. It's going to be a little bit later than usual. Our Tuesdays, it's usually fairly late, as you guys know, so that'll be uploaded later than usual on tomorrow night with Jose Berrios getting the ball for the Jays and Logan Gilbert, I believe it's Logan Gilbert, getting the ball for the Mariners in game 2 of the 3-game set at Rogers Center, all right, 7:07, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.